Hey everybody, what's up? It's Sean here for We Speak, You Listen. I know it's been a long while since we put up anything, but I want to do a little bit of a different review today. We'll get to that in a second, but just want to talk about the main reason of this page is for movie reviews. And quickly, not really deep spoiler, just a quick synopsis of 4 great movies that I've seen recently. The Irishman, Knives Out, Ford versus Ferrari, and Marriage Story. Those are great movies, must-sees. Irishman and Marriage Story are on Netflix. Ford vs. Ferrari, Knives Out, still in theaters. Get to see those in theaters. Ford vs. Ferrari, especially, I would say IMAX is worth it, or any type of advanced, like Dolby, anything like that, it would be worth it. The sound and the imagery is worth seeing it in theater, A, and then B, on the bigger screen or the increased audio option. And definitely see that in Knives Out in theaters, and get on Netflix and see Irishman and Marriage Story. Right now, I would say those are... I've seen 7 great movies this year so far. I would say really top-notch movies. Like on our old system, 5 out of 5. For sure. 5 out of 5 this year. Those 4 are that, and in some order. But definitely watch all those fantastic movies for different reasons, and all are what you would expect, or better even. Quickly, the one that would get the most interest, I think, but now it's on Netflix, and a lot of people have seen it. I'm a little late. I saw it in theaters. Irishman, a little bit long, but if you know me at all, you know Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time, so this was not going to disappoint. There's a little bit of things happening a lot, multiple times, and you're like, okay, we've seen this, what are we doing? We're still doing this, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a great movie. It's Scorsese, it's Al Pacino, it's De Niro, it's Joe Pesci was fantastic, and I don't know if it's number 1 at the end of the year. We'll see. We're going to definitely do a movie video to do rankings or something for the channel when we're coming back here soon. So look out for that. But the main reason I'm here today is I got a gift from a resident in my building that I work at, and I was trying to flip the camera, but I couldn't. But today I got a bottle of Jameson Black Barrel. Now, I am a whiskey, tequila, vodka, rum drinker more than anything else. And, regular Jameson is all I've ever had. Now, I don't really know the whole story of the Black Barrel, but it's a different material, I guess, the barrel that they use for this one compared to the regular Jameson. And it's aged probably a little bit longer. Vanilla, sweetness and nutty notes, unique spiciness. So just for anybody out there, if you see this in a store, I looked it up quick, it's between $35, $40 for this size, so it's not a cheap liquor. But I just wanted to, give my honest first time pouring. Look, new bottle, you saw me crack it, and pouring it into, I know it's a wine glass, but that's all I have right now. I got to get new whiskey sniffers, but the smell is very good. The smell is close to Maker's Mark. More Maker's Mark than regular Jameson for sure, but very good. I like Maker's Mark better than Jameson myself for on the rocks. In a whiskey and ginger type of situation, I would like Jameson more. Maker's cranberry, Maker's in a mixed drink with a lot of like the bitters and things like that I like at a bar. But this Black Barrel, I wanted to try that for sure, and let's see how this is. Very good. Very good. If I did a blind taste test, I would have thought that's more of a variation of off a Maker's Mark or Jim Beam more than a Jameson. Honestly, very good. I would say probably, I think it's better than regular Jameson. Definitely you can taste more, like it said on the bottle, vanilla, more different tones in there. Definitely, I like it. I would say, give it a try. If you like Jameson, if you like whiskey in general, you'll definitely like this. It's worth it. I know it's been out for, I think, over a year now or something like that. I saw other videos. But I never really thought about buying it in a store. Honestly, I only buy Jameson around St. Patrick's Day. And the rest of the year, if I feel like a whiskey, I'll get Maker's Mark, usually. But, this I would buy again, for sure. Very, very good. And then, just again to rehash, spoke a little bit about the Irishman. Ford versus Ferrari. If you like racing, if you like the history of the automobile, if you like Christian Bale or you like Matt Damon. They're both fantastic in it. It's worth seeing. If you like cars, racing, Le Mans, the history of it, you got to see this. It's great. It honestly is no lower than 3 this year for me, for sure. Knives Out, I saw one trailer. I tried to go in without knowing a lot, but obviously you see the posters and you know who's in it, and you know the basic makeup of the story. It didn't end up being exactly what I thought. The perpetrator is who I thought it was going in, but it was a surprise how they did it. So it was good. It was well done throughout. It kept you going. It was like 2:30, 2:25 or whatever, but it kept you entertained the whole time and thinking about what was going to come next. So that's definitely a movie to see. And Marriage Story, great movie. Definitely check it out on Netflix. It doesn't drag either. You know, maybe you have to be in a marriage with children to really completely get into it, honestly. I don't know if I didn't have kids and a wife and a family and younger kids like Henry is in the movie, if it would connect as much with me. I'd have to talk to my friends after they see it and really see what they think. But definitely take 2 hours and 16 minutes, I think it was, on an afternoon or evening or whatever, and watch Marriage Story for sure. And lastly, again, Irishman. You got to see Irishman on Netflix. Take 3.5 hours or split it in 2, however you want to do it. It's great. So once again, Jameson Black Barrel, the main reason for the video, is right here. Great stuff. Quickly on some other topics that we have talked about in the past. WWE, kind of all over the place. Not terrible right now, not great. NXT tonight is going to be interesting. Keith Lee is really coming on. Finn down there is great. Main card, iffy. AEW, Jericho is fantastic. Some of the stuff they do is weird. Some of the matches I'm not really a big fan of. They're downplaying Kenny. He's not on the show really much, or when he is, he loses, or it's just a weird match. So some of the stuff they're doing is great. Cody is fantastic. Cody is way better than he ever was in WWE because they didn't give him freedom in WWE, and that's what he's getting here. He's getting to do what he wants. So AEW is good. I watch it every week. I watch all 4 shows, and personally, if they said you can only watch one show and you can't know the matches, but you can only watch one show, I would watch AEW right now. But if I knew what the matches were, NXT is right there, and then I would say Raw is getting better. The AOP and Seth Rollins thing was kind of... I would have liked it better if they did a tag team match with KO and Seth at the pay-per-view. Seth sell them, I'm with you, man, I'm against them, and then turn them at the pay-per-view would have been fun. Now I don't know what they're going to do on Sunday. But, Monday was kind of cool. It was different, I'll say that. It's been decent, different, well done. I'm looking forward to Alistair and Buddy Murphy more than anything on Sunday, I gotta say, and hopefully that's a good match. But, really, Royal Rumble is the future, and then, we're going to get to Mania season very soon there. Football-wise, one fantasy league I did terrible in, the other one I'm in the semifinals, 12-2 record. So we'll see how that finishes out this week. Cowboys are terrible. Patriots are not doing anything this year, so I know Kenny's upset. They'll finish in second, possibly third in the AFC, and to go out in their first playoff game, my prediction, because the offense is terrible. Brady's lost a step, and Brady's lost a little bit. I just think all around his confidence, his arm strength, everything is down with Brady. They don't want to admit that, but it is. Baseball-wise, Yankees just got Cole. Mets were never going to get Cole. Mets getting Steve Cohen, who, interesting story, my dad drove his dad when he used to drive limos. I got to have some more of this Jameson. So I've known who Steve Cohen is for like 20 years. His dad is a huge Mets fan, as his father-in-law, not his dad, father-in-law. So he would drive him in the limousine for the company when he drove back in the early 2000s. So him getting 80% of the team, he'll definitely spend money. I think Garrett Cole is way overrated, way overpriced. I think the Astros situation really made him into a better pitcher. We'll see what he does with the Yankees. He'll do fine. I have nothing against him. But just look back at his Pirate numbers. He was up and down with the Pirates. He wasn't great. He got better with the Astros. So maybe he is that pitcher now, or we're not sure. On the other hand, the Mets got Waka Waka today, and, interesting fifth starter. I think if he's healthy, he's an above-average fifth starter for sure. If he's not healthy, then they got to add some other depth. I think if they get Betances or Tryon or both, hopefully for the bullpen, they need that. And then, I like Moranzik. I like, a couple of the other pieces that I think they're going to add to the bench. I love Dom Smith, but he doesn't fit for what they need. They should trade him when his value is pretty high right now for what they need. So we'll see. But I really think in the future with Steve Cohen and Alonso growing and DeGrom and those guys coming along, the Mets are going to be in good shape. So thanks for watching. Follow if you don't, subscribe. And go get some Jameson Black Barrel and watch Irishman tonight. Or NXT or, football. Let's go.